It's your boy ConcertViz34. Today is March 6th, 2018, and I want to talk about some rumors for the upcoming Dave Matthews Band album set to be released later in 2018. I point out that it's March 6th because we don't know what will change between what happened today and what will happen in the coming weeks, months, and however long it takes for this album to come out. The big thing today, a producer by the name of Mark Batson had an Instagram Q&A, and he kind of revealed a lot of things about this upcoming album for DMB. And we'll talk about that. And we want to start off first with this idea of a 3-person production team. There's 3 producers that were revealed that will be working on this album. Again, this is just from a Q&A on Instagram. You can't always trust the gram, especially them chicks on there, on it, trying to trick you and everything and trap you. Anyway, we have to look at these 3 producers. So first, obviously, Mark Batson. He was heavily involved with what people think is the worst Dave Matthews Band album, which is Stand Up. He has a lot of different joints with people that are outside of this rock and roll or alternative genre. He has some credits with India Arie, Anthony Hamilton, Alicia Keys, and he also, looking at this here, he did some joints with Eminem, Relapse, and then also with Skylar Grey and many other people that he's involved with on the production end of things, and he has production credits on. He's the person number 1 we're going to talk about, and then we have person number 2, John Alagia. He is another producer who helped out John Mayer with Continuum, which to me, hey, that's dope. I love that album. It's my favorite John Mayer album. With DMB, he has some production credits for Gray Street. He has production credits for some of the live albums like Red Rocks, Listener Supported, Central Park, and so on. You can look those up as well. He is person number 2 that we're going to be talking about in this 3 production team. And then person number 3 is going to be Rob Cavallo. I'm probably saying that wrong. I don't know. But he helped produce Big Whiskey and the Gru Grux King, the first album after Leroy had passed away. And it had recordings of Leroy in that. And he also did joints with Green Day, the Goo Goo Dolls. He had production credits in Iris. And, another person that has already worked with DMB. All these people have in some way worked with Dave Matthews Band. So it's very interesting that we have a 3-person team. And we'll talk about my opinions on that later on. Now, other rumors. There's a rumor from this Instagram Q&A that the name of the album is going to be We Begin the Same. There was a hint in the Instagram Q&A about that. No solid confirmation from Batson or anyone else on that name. We also want to talk about some songs that were mentioned. There were old songs and there were new songs that were mentioned. Some of the old songs mentioned here: Break Free, Shotgun, Idea of You. Some of the new songs that are newer, they've been performed live. We have Bob Law and Here On Out. And then there's a song called That Girl Is You. I don't believe that has been performed yet. Now, Batson also reports that none of these tracks are set in stone. Again, it could change. Another interesting thing is there are rumored to be recordings that may be included with R.I.P. to Leroy Moore, the original saxophonist of DMB. He, I guess, recorded some stuff for Idea You that may make the final album. We also have a mention that Butch appears on some of the songs. But Batson wasn't sure if they were old or new recordings. It'll be on vinyl, and it will be mastered specifically for vinyl, which is cool. Again, DMB management, I'm waiting for the Before These Crowded Streets remastering. I care more about that than the new album. That's my little plug right there. All drums are live. There's no drum machines or loops. And Batson thinks that the album release will coincide with the tour, and that the first single is coming soon. So those are kind of the things that have been released. Go to antsmarching.com on their forums, and you'll see there's a thread, And every once in a while, after the posts bury up and fill up, they do kind of recap all the things that have just came out and all the old things that were confirmed months ago by people in the community or from actual people from the band. Now, I want to talk about this whole idea where fans already even on DMB Family, which I think is too happy sometimes, but shout out to y'all because I'm all about balance, and many times they are a good way to get positive things from the DMB community. There are people complaining that there's too many old songs. I'm like, what? You're mad that there's old songs going on? Now, this is my opinion here. I would rather have recordings of old songs than new songs. Here's why. The reason I have a Billy Joel poster up there is because I love every show I've been to. I've only been to 2. I want to go to more. And Billy Joel stopped writing stuff in 1993. And even in the 80s, you could argue that his music, he had great music still, but it wasn't close to the 70s. The reason I like that is because when you go see him live, he's not pushing a new album. I'd rather have DMB have Shotgun, Break Free, Idea of You in their touring for 2018 than have a bunch of songs that are good but are not even close to the original material. So I would rather have this older music be played more because it's not even played anymore. Shotgun was played once in one of the emptiest shows of the 2016 tour and then never was played again. If this album motivates Dave to play it more, let's go. Break Free, people are split on that. Some people like it, some people don't. I'd still rather hear it than Mercy. I'd still rather hear it than 7 for the 7th millionth time. And that's what these albums do. The band plays a lot of these albums when they come out. The same thing with Idea You. Yes, it's been played a lot. Some people may not like it, but I'd rather hear Idea You than, again, all these Away from the World songs that have been overplayed and the Big Whiskey songs that Shake Me Like a Monkey. Great studio track, but live, man, that's a bathroom song. I'm sorry. So I'd rather have the old songs rather than the new songs because then we get more old music, which is the best music for most writers. Actually, 99% of writers, when they're 60 or 70, they're not making good music. And I know DMB, as far as that band, most of the people are in their late 40s and 50s. Same thing. You're not going to get the best writing right now. So I'd rather have it be older stuff than newer stuff. Second off, there's complaints that, oh no, the Idea of You studio version is going to ruin it for me. Or, oh no, the Shotgun studio version is going to ruin it for me. This is a band that's based off of live albums. So if an album comes out, which, by the way, if you bought a ticket, you get a free copy of anyway, and you're mad because, oh no, the studio version is going to suck, guess what? You have the ability to say, you know what? I'm only going to listen to the live music now. You don't have to like this album, and you can still go and see these songs and they sound better live. That's the benefit of going to see a band if you like DMB. I know some people don't, and that's, hey, again, different strokes for different folks. But if you like the band, the songs that they're going to add to this album are good songs live if you like DMB. So why be mad if they're not going to ruin a version of a song you like, because guess what? They're not going to play it like the studio version live. They don't do that for the majority of the material. And for me, someone like me, I've been asking for this in previous videos. I would like an attempt at a studio Shotgun for running. I'd like an attempt at an Idea of You for running. Because when I run, I do listen to some of the live tracks and DMB live albums. But when you're running, the version of Drunken Soldier from Away from the World is much better in its studio version than it is live. Actually, a lot of Big Whiskey, speaking of Rob Cavallo, I like the recordings from Big Whiskey. I don't like some of the stuff live. So it's for people like me that listen to the studio albums, we're most likely going to like it. And if you don't, you know what? Listen to the live version. So I don't understand the complaining, and of all places, DMB Family, where I go to get positive reinforcement, and I go to Ants Marching because I get sick of the positive stuff, and I go back and forth because I'm in the middle of the fan base, in my opinion. There's times where I like to be happy, not too happy, but happy, and then there's times I like to be kind of like a sports fan complaining about their team even though they're in first place. There's always something to complain about. So that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. But look, if seriously, and maybe I'm just reading too much into people that are trolling or just idiots on the internet, if you're really worried that a DMB song is going to be ruined on a studio album, I don't know what to tell you, fam. I really don't. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. There's a lot more rumors that are around. You can check out Ants Marching for that. But that's all I have for today. I am out.